For a real comforting dish, why not try khichdi? It has delicious spices in it and it's essentially a rice dish that has some dal in it. Now I'm going to be using some moong dal. It's just a dried mung bean that's been split, and what I've done here is soak the dal and washed it. I've also done that with my rice. Now my rice of preference here is a basmati rice. I've washed it 3 times and again soaked it, and here it is just drained off. Now before we start cooking that, we want to start with a delicious garam masala base. So in my base, I'm going to start by heating up some beautiful ghee. I love the flavour of ghee. So a generous spoonful, and you want to use a large pot for this because I'm giving you the recipe for a large quantity. Why? Because it freezes so well and it tastes even better the longer these flavours are together. So we'll just put that to the side. We're going to add a few cardamom pods, about 2 or 3. In they go. To that, I'll add 1 cinnamon stick, 3 cloves, and 1 green chilli. Now, I've got these little ones which are piping hot. In with that chilli. All right, we're just going to let that toast away while we slice an onion. So 1 large onion, I'm just going to thinly slice it. And you want to get these slices as thin as possible because we want it to melt away in this dal recipe. And you know it's the right time to start adding in all of these onions when you smell the spices individually. I can smell how fragrant that is, so we can add our onions. Be careful not to burn these whole spices. It will ruin the flavour of this. So in with our onions, and just with a wooden spoon, we'll give everything a good mix. At this stage, I always like to add a good pinch of salt. Give that a stir and just cook these onions down until they start to soften. Happy with that? In with some garlic and ginger. Now what I like to do is finely mince my garlic and ginger. Use fresh for this, you'll taste the difference. And we'll mix that through. That's smelling fantastic. Now for just a pop of colour and a hint of flavour, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Now we can add our rice. I love to use basmati rice for this because it is super fragrant and it's also very traditional. And also our moong dal can go in. Great. Now we want to mix that together, folding that over, and now it's time to cover that completely with about 6 cups of water. And it's as easy as that. Lid goes on, and we'll cook this for about 15 to 20 minutes or until all of that liquid is absorbed. In the meantime, what I'll do is temper a little bit of onion, chilli and cumin, and that's going to go in at the very last minute. All right, our rice dal is ready to go, and I've just been frying off some onions, some dried chillies and cumin seeds. This is called tempering, if you like, and this is the last touch onto it. So I'm going to turn it off. You can see the onions have softened nicely. It smells great because I did add some more ghee. And have a look at this rice dish. See how much it's absorbed all of that liquid. Now we're going to pour this delicious oniony mixture over the top, and we're going to mix it through. So if you don't like onions, this is not the dish for you. But if you love onions, then you're going to love it. It really does impart a beautiful sweetness. So just mix all of that up. You can see all the little bits of moong dal there. They've just almost broken up and fallen apart into the rice. It smells fantastic. You know, this is a great dish to do if you want to really spice up your classic rice. This can be eaten just as is or a fantastic side dish. So we'll place this into a bowl with lots of those onions on top. Ooh, fantastic, really fluffy. And just a side of cucumber, a few slices just for presentation on the side, and a little garnish of coriander. There we go. There are hundreds of different ways of presenting rice. This is another fantastic way to really jazz up your rice and take it to the next level.